Windows. It's the morning of New Year's Eve, and that is the view from windows. I think there is some sort of frost because it's been so cold these last couple days. You can call it sentimentality or whatever you want to call it, but when the new year begins, or when a year is ending, I like to spend a few. I don't really like going out on New Year's Eve. I'm going to be honest about that. I don't like going out much at all. But because a lot of my friends here, we haven't seen each other over the last week. We've all pretty much stayed at home. A few friends have gone away for the holidays. A few other friends have, I have one or two friends who've actually put their dogs in their car and driven off with their dogs to be alone. So this is where we all are. Everyone is just trying to just de-stress, de-everything. And I mean, in the run-up to Christmas, we had so many celebrations. We had, up until the 20th, we were seeing people every weekend, Christmas food, just celebrating and friendship, and it was very wholesome. So now, I normally spend New Year's Eve on my own. When Raffles, I don't know what you're doing. Well, please don't do it, because there is no vet today. She's eating something crunchy. But whenever I was in Nigeria with family, I would always go. Sorry if I look rough. Oh, I've just woken up. Whenever I was in family with Nigeria, whenever I was in Nigeria with family, we would always make some chicken. We always had roast chicken and so an assortment of finger foods in the evening, and maybe some jollof rice, and it was Nigerian food, and always had some wine. But in the last New Year's, I've never been at home, so I just always spent it on my own. I've been out on New Year's Eve in my life once, and I just found it normal, just a bit more chaotic and a lot more drunken people around. So today, the idea is to go for a meal first. The restaurant hasn't been vetted, which makes me worried. The idea is to go for a meal first and then go to some live music. I might just go for the meal and leave before the new year kicks in. Because I just find that, I don't know. I've always spent the new year in contemplation. It might sound boring to some of you, that's just the way I am. I've always spent it in very, very quiet contemplation. And I don't like to wake up on the first day of the year either tired, drunk, or with a hangover. I don't do it. I've just, it's nothing I'm used to, I've ever done, so it's not in mine. Anyway, I'm gonna have some coffee now. I bought this charming little, it's supposed to be a coffee kettle, but I don't think I can put it on direct heat, so I just put the hot water into it, but it's like a slow pouring thing. So I think the plan today is to go for a walk. Go for a walk first, see how the weather's treating us. It's going to be cold, because yesterday was very cold, and when you get the local people telling you it's cold and saying it's cold, that means it's cold. My hair is still in plaits. Yes, I was right. There is a frost everywhere. It's lovely though. It does look quite pretty. So we're just starting our walk now. Or trying to. The visibility is so bad at the moment. But it's like a setting from a horror movie. I absolutely love it, so it appeals to me anyway. It's dark, it's ominous, it's grey. Yep, it's looking sexy out here. A bit slippery in some parts, but otherwise not too bad. Today's foggy and it's very, very cold. My fingers are starting to freeze, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to be out for. But I just wanted to come out and just spend time in the woods. I haven't been here in 2 days, so I start to have woodland cravings. The superstitious side of me is kind of like, should you be out here? It's very isolated at the moment, but I'm like, hey, relax, Oyinda. So, anyway, at the end of the year, I like to spend it in just like I said before, quiet contemplation, thinking, planning, plotting for the next year, and just thinking about what I've achieved this year and what I want to achieve in the next year. And I think some people find that boring, they like to socialize with friends, and I think that's cool and all, but I do think that, I do think that it's important to do it. And I have this thing against waking up tired, hungover, I mean, don't get me wrong, once or twice when I've been out with friends, maybe I've had too much, I'll wake up. I've never been drunk to the point where you get some people who are sick. That's never happened to me. I've never been sick. I think I just stopped drinking and I can't drink anymore. That's how my body functions. But I do like to wake up with a clear head. And I think that if you've had the opportunity to do stuff, you've had jobs offered to you, you've achieved things this year and you just haven't given thanks for it, or you've brushed it off as, okay, you've ticked it off your goal list, but you haven't stopped to recognize it and say, look, you've actually achieved that, and give yourself a pat on the back. I think it's something that we need to start doing more often, because I think it's not something that's done enough of, if you know what I mean. It's such a weird and bizarre day. Like, all my friends have pretty much cancelled on the day. No one seems to want to go out. There's something going around. No one seems to want to go out. Everyone's just cancelled. So out of our group, about 70% of people have cancelled. And it's not like they've got other plans. They're just staying at home. So something is going on. And I'm cold and I'm confused and I don't know what to do because it's very cold. I wanted to get dressed up, but it's cold. Hence my dilemma. It's how loud the music is. Can you hear it? So everyone can hear it, whether they want to or not. And the fireworks are being set off all around. So, yeah. I'm gonna pop out for a drink and a meal, and I'm just gonna come home. So I'm not gonna see the new year in with friends. I'm just gonna go out quickly and then come back home quickly, because the fireworks are really, really loud, and my dogs are alright with fireworks, but I don't know. I'd rather... the fireworks are a lot closer this time. They're right outside the window, and it's just the vibe is a bit different. I also think the DJ's skills are a bit lacking, because I don't know why everything that's being mixed, like, there's even no rhyme or reason to, like, the mix, you know? So, for example, I'm just filming you putting your hand in the So I've finally gotten home. It was actually quite a really good night. It was nice to see everyone. However, I couldn't actually go to the next venue because whilst we were at the restaurant, I got a call from a neighbour saying that there was it was like a little fire disturbance outside, but right by the building. And he wanted to know if I was in, just to let me know what was going on. So I'm not comfortable with the fire, anything fire related. So I quickly rushed home anyway. And my friends, they were cool with that. They were fine with that. But it was really good. It was fun. And in 20 minutes, it will be a new year. With new promise and new expectations and new hope. And just new everything. But I don't treat it that way. I just treat it as a continuation of the year before. And I just look for improvement and things getting better and peace of mind, more creativity, that sort of thing. And happiness, you know, and just good friendships, good healthy friendships and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's it really. I'm going to go to bed. I'm absolutely exhausted. The dogs are fine now. I think the fire engine spooked them a bit, but they're fine. So I'm just going to go to bed and I will see you on the other side. Have a happy new year. Bye.